Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks so much for joining me today. Today I am bringing you a card using the 7 Kids Craft Store August release, which is some super cute fairies and the pizza parlor set. And today I'm going to be working with the birthday fairies. And then I'll be back on Thursday and I will be using the pizzeria set. But for today, it is the birthday fairies. They are super adorable. There are 4 sets in the new release for August, and I'll go ahead and leave a link below if you are interested in checking those stamp sets out. So I went ahead and colored the images that I wanted to use off screen. I stamped them up in VersaFine Black and colored them with my Genuine Crafts brush markers, which are basically similar to Ziggs or the Arteza brush markers. And then I went ahead and ran them through my scan and cut. And I've gone ahead and die cut a few images. This is actually a stamp and die set, but I will only be using the dies. So there's tree trunks, and then there's the foliage for the tree trunks. And so for the tree trunks, I just went ahead and took an embossing folder that I had in my stash that did that wood grain look, and I ran those 2 pieces through that. And then I wanted to color these, but I wanted the colors to be super subtle, just because the fairies are pretty colorful and I wanted those to stand out more than anything. And so I'm just taking some of my Genuine Crafts brush markers in 2 shades of green, going around the edge, and then I'm going to take my water and push that color towards the center. I am using a Bristol Smooth cardstock to color these up. And so go ahead, and I only end up using 3 of the foliage die cuts. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the tree trunk. So I'm just taking a brown marker and I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of color and then push that color around with a wet brush. And I will do the same for both of the tree trunks. And I love these markers. The only thing I don't like about them is they are not numbered, they are not labeled. Maybe their newer sets are. I've had these for probably about 1.5 years or so. And there's a huge range of colors, which is why I did not use my Ziggs, because I only have, I think, the 24 set in the Ziggs. And I have about 100 in these Genuine Crafts because the price point is a lot less. So for my little scene here, I'm using a piece of Hammermill white cardstock, and I'm just creating a little hill for the background to go in between the trees. I am using a Copic Chow marker in YG06. And then I'm going to take my little die cut elements and place those on my card to make sure of my layout. And so I'm taking the little treetops and then my little banner there and the fairies and the cute little mouse. And this is pretty much going to be my layout for the card. But I'll go ahead and remove those, and I'm taking a, I want to say it's a BG 000. And I grabbed this stencil and I thought it would be good for clouds, but I had the clouds too high up and it wasn't enough coverage. So I went ahead and I colored these in, and I didn't like it. And so I just took the marker and pretty much just ran it back and forth from the left to the right side of the paper. And it covered up those clouds. Plus when I add the trees and the foliage in, it kind of covers it up as well. So I just wanted the image in the background to be the blue sky. And I would love to be able to create those beautiful scenes that really good colorists create, but for me, for now, I am happy with my elementary coloring, my elementary alcohol marker coloring, and I just love the colors, and so I like the green against the blue, and so I'm happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting up my card now and gluing the pieces down. So I've gone ahead and I have glued the tree trunk on the left hand side, and then I just tucked the little mouse behind the tree trunk on the right hand side and glued him down. And then the little fairy with the cake, she looks like she's floating anyhow, or like flying, and so I put her up off the ground a little bit. And then the other little fairy I put, because I'm assuming it's her birthday, or in my card it's her birthday. And then I went ahead and attached the little banner. when I laid this out, I kind of wish I would have put that banner a little bit lower, because it ends up getting hidden a lot in the tree foliage. And so I go ahead and adhere my panel to my card base, and I will be popping up the treetops. And so I've just taken some foam tape and put that on the back of the treetops, and then I'll go ahead and adhere that to my card. And so I put one on each side. I stamped the sentiment on the treetop foliage for the center, and it says, "Wishing you an enchanted birthday." And of course, I did not get it straight. I need to get one of those little grid things so that I can get my sentiments lined up. So I do apologize for that. But I'll go ahead and trim off the excess on the sides. There's a little bit peeking up over the top of the card, but I'm just going to leave that because I like the way it looks. And then I'm going to take some stickles, and I'm just taking some stickles and putting them on a brush. The stickles I'm using right now is called Firefly, and so I'm going to put that all over the kind of towards the edges of the trees, and then I'll sprinkle a little bit on the inside. And then I also tap a little bit of the Firefly stickles into the grass area. And then when I'm putting that down in the grass area, I'm just tapping it. I'm not squeezing the bottle. I'm just basically taking what's on the end of it and kind of tapping it so there's just little areas of glitter. And that will finish off the card. I hope you enjoyed this card. I am always a little apprehensive when I'm trying to do like a scene card, and so I hope you enjoy this. If you did like it or find it informative, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Until next time, thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I'll catch you later.